A little bit of an issue with the decision. Came to talk to one of the judges as he's getting checked out by the doctor. Nick Thomas, from Florida Kickboxing Academy in West Palm Beach. He's a fitness coach. He works for F45. So he is always on the microphone yelling at his clients. I wouldn't say yelling, Bill. I would say he is motivating his clients, so he's a high type of guy already. We can always see it. We can already see it as he's walking to the ring.
You can definitely see the personality from this young man dancing his way towards the ring. And he had quite a personality when we were talking to him. He's very animated. He just seems like a fun guy. Very similar to Enrique Disco we saw fight earlier. I think we're going to see someone having a lot of fun in the ring tonight in Nick Thomas.
Absolutely, and some of his keys to victory, Bill, are going to be his elbows, his hard kicks, and his speed.
Excited to throw elbows here. This, of course, another full rules Muay Thai competition, as will be every fight on the remainder of the card, so elbows will be allowed. You can see in his corner, Fernando Valdez, who's fighting in the main event for that WBC Southeast Regional Amateur title.
Also weighing in at 150 pounds, representing Florida Muay Thai. Put your hands together for Timothy Azinord.
Timothy Azinord, you remember this young man from last fight, JR.
I do. Very exciting fight.
A researcher for machine learning.
Oh, that's that man. I do remember that guy. He wins the most interesting man of last fight.
I don't know what machine learning is, but this guy has studies published in it.
Maybe it's robots. Bill, maybe it's robots.
It might be. Some kind of technology that's way over my head, JR.
Mine too, Bill.
But Timothy Azinord, if you remember last time, he didn't do as well as he hoped in the beginning rounds, but he was able to pick up the pace and really turn it up in the third round of his last fight. So we know he's got the cardio, we know he's got the endurance, and we're seeing two very contrasting energies here. Azinord very calm, very composed, whereas Nick Thomas very animated, very loose, and we're going to see how these two approaches clash in the ring in moments here, JR.
I think it's gonna be a very exciting fight. Regardless, both contrasts of styles always makes for a great fight. I think it's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah, we know both of these guys hit hard.
Nick Thomas is powerful. I mean, he lifts weights for a living. And tells people to lift weights.
He definitely looks like it. This fight, 150 pounds. Both of these guys look every bit of that 150 pounds, JR. Both of them did a little bit of traveling to come here. Timothy Azinord coming from Orlando. Another Florida Muay Thai fighter here tonight. Always look forward to seeing that camp here at Sunset Fight Promotions. As Azinord having all of his traditional Muay Thai garb disrobed. And we got in the corner of Nick Thomas, his teammate, Fernando Valdez, warming up as he's over here cornering him.
Whatever they're doing in that corner, they're hyped. They are hyped in that corner, Bill.
He's ready to go for that WBC Southeast Regional Amateur title in the main event here tonight. And Timothy Azinord looks like he's ready to go here. I like that hat he was wearing, JR. See it hanging on the side of the ring there. Wearing it over his monk ball. I like his style.
I like his style.
We got a little bit of a tape malfunction here with Timothy's glove. Looks like some of the tape on his glove came loose. Good thing the referee is diligent about checking out all the gear. All of the gear being worn by the fighters tonight. Of course, red gear for pro fighters. The gloves, shin guards, and I believe the elbow pads as well. Brought to you by Red Gear, pro gear for pro fighters. As here we go. Round number 1, Timothy Azinord and Nick Thomas. Both of these guys feeling each other out here.
We're going to see some explosion.
I think so.
Once Nick Thomas.
Once they get a feel for each other, I think you're going to see these guys both throwing some heat here. And a big rear teep from Nick Thomas there.
Followed by a 1-2 from Azinord.
Both of these guys so explosive. Nice flurry of punches from Timothy Azinord there. Punches followed by a right leg kick there. I think Azinord's still finding his range a little bit, JR. Big high kick there, though, from Azinord. These gentlemen seem to be matching each other's energy here. Just kind of exchanging range-finding combinations. Big high kick from Nick Thomas and a little slip on the mat there. Probably due to that tape on the bottom of the shin guards. It happens. It's happened quite a few times tonight. Azinord now putting the pressure on. But Thomas spinning him around. These two do-si-do in the clinch. And a big sweep. From Thomas. The referee informing him that he was hooking the leg there. That's not going to be a legal sweep. So the judges will not count that one.
Very evenly matched, these two.
They really are matching each other's energy.
Definitely a filling out process this first round.
Nice jabs and an entry into the clinch here by Nick Thomas. The referee's going to separate that. As we come to the end of round number 1. Big flurry from Azinord again into the clinch. Thomas goes for another sweep, wasn't there. These guys almost topple over the top of the ropes as we come to the end of round number 1.
Bill, Nick Thomas is stronger. It's too strong for his own good. Whenever he's in that clinch, he is just tossing Azinord around. But I think he's tossing him around so hard that he can't set up any shots in the clinch.
Big feeling out process by both of these young men here. I think Azinord probably landed more strikes in those flurries. Nick Thomas might have landed the harder shots. He did have that sweep, but again, that was not a legal sweep. So the judges are not going to be looking to score that.
Very even rounds. I don't know who I would give it to, Bill. I think I would almost have to say that Thomas edged that one out.
Flip a coin, JR. Flip a coin. It could have gone either way. It really depends what these judges are looking for here tonight. Azinord very calm, very stoic in his corner. And Nick Thomas looks like he means business as well. And he's having a little issue with his shorts there. Corner makes the adjustment. Corner's rolling up those wicked Muay Thai shorts.
Yep.
Not short enough for Nick Thomas. He lets go a hard leg kick there. But Azinord responds with a big flurry of punches.
Nick Thomas coming out with ferociousness.
Azinord doesn't let anything go unanswered. He's going to respond to everything he gets hit with.
I like that.
And he's going to respond with volume, JR.
Good work in the clinch on both sides.
Big knees. Nice elbow there from Nick Thomas. And another sweep there from Nick Thomas.
Nick Thomas is too strong for his own good.
That one looks clean, JR.
Yeah, it was a clean sweep. Good high kick from Azinord.
This is great matchmaking here, JR, which we've come to be familiar with at Sunset Fight Promotions.
Absolutely.
You got to give credit to the matchmakers here.
Nice up elbow from Nick Thomas. Very tricky.
Nice technique there with that up elbow. Goes for a spinning elbow, gets hit with an elbow from Azinord there. Nice knees from Azinord in the clinch. Still throwing those knees despite all the sweep attempts from Nick Thomas. It's not going to deter Azinord from throwing in the clinch. Nick Thomas a little late on the break there. Gets a warning from the referee. These guys have truly matched each other's energy for the entirety of this fight so far, JR.
Both these guys are strong as oxen.
When we come to the close of round number 2, Nick Thomas with a nice elbow there. He's going to push Azinord into the corner, land another elbow right at the bell.
Azinord with those knees, though. Every time Thomas threw that elbow, Azinord was countering with the knee.
Great round of action there from both of these young men. Timothy Azinord, Nick Thomas. This one's too close to call, JR. This is going to come down to whatever the judges are looking at. I wouldn't want to be in their position.
Let's see if Henry comes out, Nick Thomas comes out with the same velocity he did last round. I think Azinord needs to come out a little bit more aggressive this round to stay on top of the round so we can win this fight.
Azinord choosing not to accept the stool in his corner, standing in the corner as he did between the first and second round, as Nick Thomas seemed to be taking some deep breaths on the stool over there. But he stands up, signaling a touch of hands to his opponent here. A lot of respect shown between these two fighters, as you would expect from a traditional Muay Thai promotion like Sunset Fight Promotions here. Rise of the Champions, round number 3. Big elbows and knees from Nick Thomas. Getting a stern warning from the referee here. It seems like he wouldn't break when he was told to. And Timothy Azinord is going to get a timeout. It looks like
Azinord is hurt.
It looks like he took some damage on that late break.
Did you see what happened, Bill? I think he got poked in the eye.
It looked like they were working, maybe been a low blow, JR. Nick Thomas getting worried. I didn't see the break. But apparently the referee asked for a break, and there were a couple of blows exchanged after the fact. No point deduction. We're just going to continue with the action here. Azinord might have been a low blow. It looks like he was hurt to the body as well. Big leg kick exchanged by both gentlemen.
Great exchange, good counter.
Big teep to the chest from Nick Thomas. Both missing some elbows. Spinning elbow from Nick Thomas.
Beautiful spinning elbow.
I couldn't tell if it was landed clean from my perspective, but it looked like it might have been, JR.
And another spinning elbow, Bill.
Nick Thomas unloading with the elbows in the corner. Oof. And these guys are bringing the heat in round number 3. Thomas going for another sweep. Azinord able to stay on his feet.
That was like a superhero elbow.
I wouldn't want to be judging this fight, JR. There's just so much going on here. They tie up in the clinch again.
Beautiful knees from Azinord.
5 or 6 knees there. Nick Thomas still with the big spinning attacks. Another break from the referee. 10 seconds left. Big teep. Nice elbow. Nice from Nick Thomas. Oh, and Nick Thomas turned his back before the bell. That's not going to look good to the judges. And the crowd didn't like that either, JR.
You know what? A very close fight, Bill, can go either way. I do think that Azinord had a better third round. So it could be a split decision. If it was on my call, I'd say split decision to Azinord.
I don't know, JR. I think, Nick Thomas not making friends with the crowd here tonight. The judges don't like signs of disrespect in Muay Thai. I know that for a fact. But he's going to go over and show respect to the corner of his opponent at least. But I think turning his back with a second left might have cost him that third round. But Azinord also landed more knees in that round as well.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too, Bill.
I don't know who won this fight, but I know where to go for all your vaping needs, JR, and that's Two Clouds Vape Company. They got a table set up here. I believe they're located over in Clearwater Beach. All your vaping needs, Two Clouds Vaping Company. Make the official decision.
What a freaking fight that was. And the results back that up. Your winner by split decision. Out of the blue corner.
Great fight all in all, Bill. In my opinion, if I was a judge, I think I would have given it a split decision to Azinord.
I'd have to watch it back. I know Azinord did a lot of damage in the clinch. He did get swept a couple of times. One of them not a legal sweep, but you never know how the judges look at those.
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally feel you on that. Not to take anything from Nick Thomas, amazing striker, threw some incredible spinning elbows, up elbows. The man's like a superhero. Hats off to him for the win.
It was a great hell of a show.
It was definitely a close fight.